and castigated in near equal measure on presumed milestones and missteps in management of county affairs. Tonight on our continued special coverage alongside the 7th Annual Devolution Conference, Murimi Mwangi reviews key declarations from previous conferences and explains why the counties still remain under sharp focus amid milestones of the past 8 years of devolution.
It was a moment of a new dawn in the distribution of power and resources when retired President Mwai Kibaki led the nation's promulgation of the 2010 Constitution and realities of the full magnitude of the document's proposal for establishment of 47 county governments would only set in just over 2 years later, when the first holders of the powerful office of county governor sat in office after the 2013 polls. The past 8 years have been a roller coaster of milestones, mistakes, lessons, and even punishment for a number of holders of that powerful office.
Since we came in, I think you've seen tremendous progress. Even the stopping of the people from coming to Nairobi, people are now looking for jobs at the local level. So on a score of 1 to 10, I would probably give the success on devolution, I would probably give it about 8.
Since the promulgation of the new constitution in 2010, this would have been a very good opportunity now to take stock of what has happened, what are the recommendations that were made in the past conferences, what is the implementation level and that kind of thing.
Among notable declarations in the recent devolution conferences was a 2018 consensus among county chiefs to align their budgets prioritizing President Uhuru Kenyatta's Big Four legacy pillars of manufacturing, food security, affordable housing, and universal health coverage. A consensus that saw the Kenyatta administration roll out a pilot of the UHC targeting Kisumu, Isiolo, Nyeri, and Machakos counties. A notable outcome of the 2018 declaration was also the deliberate allocation of land by such counties as Nairobi and Machakos for the affordable housing project. The scope of success of the said projects is still debatable, as the COVID-19 pandemic, for instance, demonstrated the largely unprepared state of public health care to deal with medical emergencies. Another recent declaration from the county stakeholders was that of zero tolerance to corruption under the 2019 Devolution Conference. At the 2019 Devolution Conference in Kirinyaga, that had been themed Deliver, Transform, Measure, and Remain Accountable. Ironically, it was in the aftermath of the said conference that a number of county chiefs were arrested and charged with graft, as the Office of the Auditor General continues unearthing massive corruption in the counties. Among those charged was former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu, his former Nairobi counterpart Mike Sonko, Samburu's Moses Lenol Kulal, Busia's Sospita Ojamong, and Migori's Okoth Obado. Devolution stakeholders still grappling on how to fix the corruption mess in the counties. This year, the governors head to the devolution conference reeling from a clash with the Commission on Revenue Allocation over its decision to cap shareable revenue to the counties at 371 billion shillings, thus being 10 billion short of the governor's initial demand for 381 billion.
If there is sluggish growth, your number one policy is to stimulate the economy. You cannot stimulate the economy by throttling back expenditure by counties. So that it's like, I don't know what economics they are practicing. The slowdown of the economy requires a response. Which is the correct response? Stimulate economic activity. You can't do so by trying to shut counties down.
If it wasn't for the court, and we must give credit to the court, devolution would have collapsed. We have had every step of the way to get a legal interpretation on nearly everything. And therefore, we must thank the judiciary for clearing all the bottlenecks, because all the bottlenecks are institutional.
This year's conference is the last before the 2022 polls and is deemed most critical at taking stock of the devolution success over its past 8 years of existence and to lay critical foundation on how to strengthen it under the next regime of a new president post-2022. Murimi Mwangi, KTN News.
The National Multi-Agency Consultative Forum on